Hello, my fellow Verasians. Welcome aboard. We are the Wells of Wall Street, and my name's Simon. Today, Verasity, VRA on the exchange, one of our favourite projects here. Let's dive into a few pieces of information before we go into the chart. First things first, we did cover this in the last video, but it's very important to reiterate that on CoinMarketCap, Verasity made it into the top 10 biggest gainers of the year so far as of Q3. So closing off this month, ending Q3 in 2021, this is indeed one of the top 10 gainers in crypto. So absolutely phenomenal, and a credit to the team, the engagement, the community, and what they are doing left, right, and center. 2 patents, I mean, they're absolutely phenomenal patents. Securing essentially their uniqueness for at least a minimum of 17 years. Unbelievable. And of course, amongst the other amazing things that Veracity does as well. Here was something quite interesting as well. So on Lunar Crush, top 10 24-hour Galaxy score, Veracity even made it into there as well. So they always seem to pull up on Lunar Crush as well. So really interesting to see the sort of interest in something like that. And look at the names on here. Phantom, honestly, I wish I got that months ago when I heard they were at the World Economic Forum doing some speeches back in March, I think it was, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably get that one, but I ignored it, and here we are. But there we go. Zinfin, however, I did not miss out on. That is one of my favourite ones. The FTX token, of course, gaining popularity massively. DAG, I have had a comment actually, so by the way, we have the People's Crypto episode 2 coming up on Saturday. So check out the community page right now on YouTube. Put in your requests for the ones that you want us to cover. But someone did actually already put DAG in there. So that's quite interesting. Looking forward to covering that one in a bit of detail on Saturday as well. But let us know what you want us to cover. Try to pick ones we don't cover regularly already. The ones that you feel that you want to have covered and have some notice upon. And we'll definitely call those out. And a few other ones on here as well. Of course, Ethereum hash graph, absolutely fantastic. Wish I got more back in December. Always the case, isn't it? But I got a good bag of that. I'm pleased with that one. So that's good big names that Veracity is right next to. And this one I'll pull out as well. So I've seen a few articles around this. It seems that a lot of the media outlets are copying this kind of piece, if you like. So here's something interesting. 65% of working Americans are willing to be paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. So that is quite interesting. Sky Nova has spoken to more than 1,000 working professionals. Now, I'm not sure how that works, because you might have been asking 1,000 people, and maybe there's quite a big percentage that know what crypto is, and they're happy to do so. But I think you need a bigger, maybe populace, to determine a better quantitative method, perhaps. But it's interesting either way. It's certainly interesting, and it's a piece of article here where it raises eyebrows. So people that maybe think differently to me are just seeing this an article as it is, and oh wow, 65% of Americans, but actually it's only 1,000 people ask. Go and ask maybe 100,000, and we'll see what the percentage really is. I think you have to have a good mix of people as well, because the majority of people I talk to still have no idea what crypto is. They think it's Bitcoin and that's it, and they don't really understand anything else about it, and that's fine. But more and more people will realise about it as the world continues to transform into digital currencies and blockchain technology, that's for sure. But we're ahead of the game, guys, right? So welcome as well to the people who are new to crypto. All I will say is just keep doing your own research. Enjoy the videos from not just hopefully ourselves, but other crypto channels out there. There's absolutely fantastic people out there that I've learned off, that Steve's learned off, and essentially inspired us to do our own channel as well. So yeah, just keep level head, and maybe do some courses. There's some few good courses out there to learn about blockchain and get the understanding of what all this sharding business is, and staking, and all this kind of mining. It's really interesting to know. Especially as the revolution continues, as we just said. So anyway, back to the topic here, if I waffle on too much. So yeah, very, very interesting statistics here. I, for one, would welcome it. I'm waiting more and more. I'm using crypto.com more and more. I love the Visa card. But I'm looking to think, well, one, I can pay my bills for it manually, to be fair. It's a bit annoying I have to do it manually to get the cash back kind of thing, but kind of thinking like, just give me one of those sort codes and account numbers we have here in the UK, and I'll gladly say to everyone, can you just pay me in this, please? Like, I don't want to use my bank anymore. I hate them. I hate banks with a passion. Do nothing for you other than rip you off and now decide what you can and cannot spend money on. It's just the way it's going. We'll have a video coming out later today on XLM and a bit more around CBDCs. I've got a few thoughts on that, so do pay attention to that. But yeah, back to the Veracity's point here, saying here, why, with our lives becoming more digital, why shouldn't we be using digital currencies for industries like eSports and video ad tech? So it's taking this article here and thinking, well, hang on, why aren't we doing things more and more with the eSports? And I think we are. I think there's a lot of projects out there that do play to earn and pay in crypto, for sure, as well as games having their own tokenomics. And I think this is the key thing. But the veracity aspect is going to become really important, especially in eSports in terms of viewership and advertising. And of course, adTech, as they mentioned, and that's why they got the patents. They got the patent going through now for the NFTs, and they got the patent previously for the proof of view mechanism. And this is going to not only just help the advertising aspects of like Vimeo and YouTube, etc., but from esports, the esports following is gigantic. If you haven't noticed that we love gaming and AI here, go and check out our previous videos of gaming and stuff. We do a lot of that in our real world jobs and stuff with partnerships with esports, and we understand the magnitude of it, but also how important advertising and commercial spend is in the esports sector in particular moving forward. So definitely worth a point that we might cover in more detail in a future video. And then finally here as well, so Veracity receives notice of allowance for its second proof of view patent for blockchain powered ad tech. So that is fantastic. There's the patent number if you want to go and check out and have a bit more of a read on it. But they're saying here, which I thought was quite cool, why don't we go and go for global? Why don't we push this globally? Now let's go global. That's what I want to see, guys. I want to see Veracity take the world, get the patents everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And you can't go wrong. So as I said, the first proof of view patent they have is 17 years, guys. 17 years that no other company can match what they do in that uniqueness. So really helping. There's so much money lost in fake views and things like this, and that's what they're trying to help. And as well with the NFT patent recently is to stop the opportunity for people to buy perhaps not through their own fault, but like non-legitimate NFTs and things like this, and proving that they're what they say they are, etc., and proving the additions, etc. So it's really interesting what they're doing. So I absolutely love this project. It's so unique, and I'm really expecting some really big things for Veracity, both in the project based on Q4 methods and of course the price point in the chart. And on that note, let's transfer ourselves into the chart. If you find this informative, smash that like button, the big thumbs up for us, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. We welcome you aboard, all new subscribers, and we really appreciate your support. We are flying through towards that 2,000 mark. Absolutely fantastic. We're enjoying it, and I hope you are as well. So let's look at the chart. We hit another buy point. Can you believe it? So we did actually hit it back here. We thought it would come back down. We've hit the bottom yellow line where we thought it would. And I have to check my KuCoin because that would anticipate, because I definitely put it on, bang on. I just thought I'd put it just slightly above 2.5, and I thought, no, actually I'm going to do it where I put it on here, just for it's like the lottery for me sometimes. So that was really amazing. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out and making sure that they definitely come in, because I did take some Veracity profits along the way, as well as putting some buy opportunities on the way down. Majority of mine I'm just holding on for the long term, but I think that's me done now in terms of accumulating Veracity. I'm ready to just sit tight now and try and get some profits, I think I've got some profits anyway of Veracity, to be fair, but I'm looking forward to the run coming up in the next couple of months, guys, because their roadmap is phenomenal. We have the previous all-time up here of 5.5 cents. I feel like, guys, right now we're trying to tail this off. You can see the sell volume here on the histogram. I'm just going to zoom in on this section here. It's still a slightly high for my opinion. That's why I think that we might come back and test this lower area, potentially test this area of 2.3 cents. And people are crying because they think that this is just going down and down, but you've got to look at the bigger picture here, guys. Look at this phenomenal rise we had from the 20th of July here at 0.007, so 1/7 of a cent. And we rose all the way parabolically up to this point here. Not quite got to the all-time high, but 4.2 cents, guys. 572% gains. Since then, we've had the reduction, which we covered in the previous video. That's taken to roughly 48%. I always say we could go up to 70. You know, will that happen with Verasity? I'm not sure. But I think that 50% is certainly, amicable. And we kind of hit that really already. So I really would like to see Verasity tail this off now and start testing back up here at that 2.8 cents and getting across that line over a few days period so we can push up to that 3.2 cent, which I think is a really key critical area for us to get to eventually. The MACD is still in a bearish momentum. The selling volume is still not looking amazing. That is why I do believe that we may come back and actually test this. Should I even be cheeky and put one in myself? I'm going to at least draw a box. I'm going to think about it in the next couple of hours, because it's always one of those things when I say, oh, I'll think about it and I'll do it tomorrow, and then during the night it actually happens. So I'm just going to put the top end here around about that 2.39. Will it come lower? I don't think it will, but I'm just going to put that there. But I'm definitely probably going to put one personally around that 0.024 mark ish. Really interested to see if it comes out down there, confirms our method of the potential 50% retracement, and hopefully around that period we'll get support, start kicking this up, because I do think realistically in the middle of October, end of October, we'll start testing back up here again. November, I truly believe middle of November towards the end of November, we will be smashing through that all-time high into new all discovery mode. Where can we get to? I've shouted out 21 cents as a price prediction. Some people are saying you're a lunatic, it's going to be 30. Some people are saying $1. Keep throwing your price predictions out there, guys. In the next couple of days, I'm adding the ones that I've got from the previous video. I'll add the ones we get for today. And like I said, whoever's closest at the end of this year, I'm going to do a ledger giveaway. Bit of fun there. Let us know. Try and be realistic. Don't put silly numbers, but also define why you think that is. That's the most important part. Prove your philosophy. Weekly and monthly we're down, of course. We've had a lot of Bitcoin movement pushing that down, in my opinion, as well. And as the roadmap continues with Verasity, I do believe that I'll switch back around to green at some point in the next few weeks for sure. 3 months we are up still, which is good. 6 months we're still down, but that does entail still a bit of a reduction from the previous months before that. But year to date, guys, 6,000%. Hello, that's a lot of gains. So that's really good from Verasity, and long may that continue. I'm super bullish on Verasity. In my opinion, guys, don't look at this as a negative. Don't think it's a terrible coin. It's a terrible asset. Think of it as an opportunity to potentially just buy some more at these ridiculous prices. Because trust me, you'll look back and you'll think, I wish I bought more. That's what I always say. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and based on previous experience, I can assure you many missed opportunities on the way down as well as on the way up. So guys, RSI is floating around currently at that sort of 40 mark. It's not enough for me. I think we could come down a bit more before we start going up. And like I said, it's an opportunity. Let us know in the comments below what you think about all this. Let us know your price predictions. And guys, thank you so much for watching. We're going to wrap that up there. And we'll see you guys in the next one. And hopefully see Verasity very soon in the next couple of months on the moon. Bye-bye.